two legends, Jerry Jones and Roger Penske, teaming up to bring the IndyCar series to Texas as the Java House Grand Prix of Arlington begins its race this weekend, today on Fox. Steve sat down with the self-made billionaires to talk legacy, risk, and building something that lasts.
Welcome to Arlington, Texas. There's the AT&T Stadium, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. This weekend, something special, a big race around AT&T Stadium. I wish I had somebody like Jerry Jones and Roger Penske, two legends, to talk about this big race. How are you guys?
Well, really fine. I've had a personal tour of the track and the all of the.
You guys were in a golf cart,
around
right?
Here, we were in a golf cart. And what have you done to my stadium? What's going on there? But really, sincerely, I've never been more impressed with the infrastructure and the ability to put it together as I have here. And it's an exciting time, boy. You had jobs done well with a great, exciting sporting event, and you're in my heaven.
There you go. Roger, how'd you get tangled up with this guy?
Well, I think I go back many, many years, and post, I guess, 2006 at the Super Bowl. 2 years later, I had to go pitch the NFL owners because I was the chairman of the Super Bowl committee. I remember Jerry saying hello to me, and I said, that's a big day for me, hoping he'd vote for me. So evidently we became good friends.
It worked out. You got the Super Bowl in Detroit.
Detroit in 2006, and we've been friends ever since.
What's your favorite nickname for AT&T Stadium, Jerry?
Well, of course, I go by AT&T Stadium, AT&T Stadium. Every now and then, they'll put a little Jerry's World in there. And that has a nice little ring to it, of
course. Like that.
But basically, you know, I'm the general manager as well. And our fans don't all the time like our decisions or our one-loss record. So there are times when that Jerry ring in my ear doesn't have the right tone to it.
You know what? I told a couple of friends that I was going to talk to you guys, and they said, hey, ask Jerry about the general manager thing. That's got to be the number one thing people say. Hey, Jerry, come on.
Well, of course, I didn't get the Cowboys as an investment. I bought a job.
Right.
And I bought it when I was 46. I bought what I wanted to do and be around the rest of my life. Now, I had no idea what I was getting into. And now to be sitting here with Roger and doing what we're doing today.
So he bought the Cowboys in 89?
89.
For $140 million. And they were losing money. Was that a good business deal?
Well, I think about our sport, Indianapolis. My dad took me there in 1951. Sat in the fourth turn, the worst seats. And I look up every year to say, my dad's looking, now we own that speedway. And I think we brought to the track the quality what Jerry has here and then his reputation to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway and IndyCar.
But you, Roger Penske, you were the captain. You were a super race car driver. But then at 26, you retired.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to become a Chevrolet dealer in Philadelphia. And GM said, no, because you're a race driver. So I had to make the decision, Jerry, race driver or be a business guy. So I've done a little bit of both.
And you guys are both at the top of the heap when it comes to, you know, your sports. The Cowboys, one of the most valuable sports franchises in the world. And right now, Roger Penske, you're sitting at the top of the leaderboard in the IndyCar.
Well, I think my proudest moment is have 20 Indy 500 wins. So that's a pretty good day. The rest of it counts.
Right.
But no, it's great to be last weekend with Newgarden and coming here. He's pumped up, I can tell you.
Roger, describe the course here in Arlington.
Well, it's 2.7 miles around the course, 14 turns. As I said, the lap time will be about 90 seconds. We'll average 170 miles an hour, and they'll hit 195 miles an hour on straightaway. It's built perfectly here to have the Rangers partner with us, along with Jerry's team, and to have the real estate, to have a race like this. It's just unbelievable, and I think this was a partnership. I think it was built on trust between the two organizations, and certainly we want to bring a product that relates to Jerry's quality. I think we've been able to do that. Hopefully we can say that on Monday.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm not even for sure we have anything written down. It is built on trust. And I have and actually built on a passion, because it's great to be saddling up with this guy.
So you did a deal with him, and you didn't even write it down on a cocktail napkin?
Well, I'm surely it got a cocktail napkin.
I got a feeling some lawyer got involved somewhere.
It may have the date of the race on it, but
we never looked at that. I think we shook hands and made it happen. We had to go.
Sure, exactly. Let me ask you this. You know, you own the Indianapolis 500, the Brickyard. You're Mr. Dallas Cowboy, and you're both billionaires. What does that feel like? Roger, what does it feel like being a billionaire?
Well, I guess it's a number that someone talks about, but in life, you've got to be a billionaire with your family and the people that work with you. That's most important to me.
Well, I'm getting to do, I don't know how it relates to, as far as tangibly, to the Cowboys. It's nice to be able to pay the bills. I have a propensity to sometimes go out ahead of that a little bit.
Oops. Neither one of you inherited an empire. Some do. You built them. What did you have early on that other people didn't, Roger?
Well, I think I had a mother and father that said, go out and work. You follow me, we'll be your partner. And I've used that, as I said earlier, through everything we've done, had partnerships. But I think came from a great family and was able to get to school. And on the other hand, I worked on the weekends for what I wanted.
Well, and Jerry works weekends too.
Well,
a lot of Sundays.
Well, and my mother had me with a bow tie on when I was 9, and we lived above the store, and we were in the grocery business, and I would shake the hands of the ladies that came in to shop, 9 years old. Mother would wink when one of them was inclined to give a tip, and I would push her basket around the store and get her cans out for her. Gave me, frankly, a fan's or a customer's heart.
What's your legacy, Roger?
Well, I want to take a track and a Holman family. I think over 100 years, the race has been there, and we have 300,000 people. What I want to do is be sure we can make it a place where guests want to come and have fun. We produce the best racing in the world, and we have a product that's safe and something that makes a big impact on the state of Indiana, the region, and certainly the city of Speedway. And it's all about quality, and it's all about the show.
Jerry, what's your legacy?
Well, Roger actually practices it too. When I got involved, I wanted my family to be involved. And so all 3 of my children are my top executives. And matter of fact, most things I get credit for are their ideas and they execute.
Do you take credit for it?
I do.
Good.
As a matter of fact, Stephen, my oldest son, drafts all the bad players, and I have to step in and draft all the good ones. And so that's the way it works around there. So having said that, the fact that, frankly, we've got to have this journey, and it's had bumps and it's had knots on your head, then I've got to live those down times, up times with the family. That's been the best part of the whole show.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.